it's not as glamorous as it looks on YouTube and Instagram, but it's beautiful. It's the best thing that you can ever go through. I wish that every woman with a desire to have a child can get to experience that. Hello everyone, welcome back to A Simple Life with Tumi. My name is Tumi and I'm really happy to have you here. If you are a returning viewer, thank you so much for checking my videos again. If you are new, you know what, welcome. Please remember to subscribe to my channel. Press that button over there. Please press the notification bell if you want to know next time I have a video. Comment down below as I keep talking. Tell me what you think, what I must add, what I forgot, stuff like that. So yeah, today we're talking about the first year of motherhood. I had expectations and I had disappointments here and there, but I was wowed by a lot of things and just the beauty of the process of becoming a mother. Wow guys, it's such a beautiful thing. So for me, I'm just gonna tell you that there's a saying by Alexandra, I wrote it down, by Alexandra Pope. It says, "Blessed is he who expects nothing, for he shall never be disappointed." So motherhood, I think I went in with a lot of expectations that my baby is gonna walk by 10 months, he's gonna be this and this and that, and wow, was I not shocked? It just showed me that I'm not in control and my baby is perfect the way that he is. So let's start things from the beginning. I like starting things from the beginning. The labor ward. When I got to the labor ward, they put some machine on me that checks the baby's heartbeat. It goes boom, 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 boom the whole time you're in labor. That time you're irritated, you're in pain, there's like a drip on your hand, and then that machine goes boom, boom, boom. It's checking the heartbeat of the baby. You know what? It wasn't really the first time I experienced that machine, because when I had that short-cervix incident, they put the same machine on me to check the heartbeat of the baby. And then the most shocking thing was that the nurses kept coming in, poking me to check how far I was dilated. That was so annoying. Okay, the nurse, when they come in, now they're gonna poke you down there, guys, and then they're gonna tell, okay, 1 centimeter, okay, 2 centimeters, but they have to do it. I didn't know that they do that. I didn't know. So that's what happened in the labor ward. You go to the delivery room and you're expected to perform miracles. You have to get that baby out of you. Luckily, they tell you that when there's a contraction, you take the baby, you try to push. When there's no contraction, you don't push. Woo! You think pushing is just and then the baby's out. No, guys. Pushing is hard. So that's what happened. Oh my goodness, pushing was not such an easy thing, but eventually the baby came out. It's not the case with all women though. Some push, the baby gets into distress and they end up having to perform an emergency C-section on you. Cases are different, but at least today we're speaking some positivity and a nice story, right? Yes. And then after labor room, now you have your baby, you have to breastfeed. Your baby has to latch to your nipple. In my case, my baby couldn't latch to my nipple. When he eventually latched, I think that was 3 hours later, after the nurses were trying, putting the baby back into the crib, taking him out again to latch, there was no milk. I had no milk. I was so sad. I think the milk came the next day, and obviously they had to give him formula at some point, and then when the milk came, it didn't last. When I got home, there was no longer milk. We had to put the baby on formula again, but I fought. I was like, I want to exclusively breastfeed my baby. and I had to go and consult with a lactation consultant. You know what? That's the next video. I'm not gonna tell you the rest of the story because it's a special video that I think we always assume women can breastfeed, but no, it doesn't happen that way. I know I have a lot of stories, but who must share these things if I don't? You know? So I'm glad that I actually got to breastfeed my baby after that for a period of 22 months. Until he was 22 months, he was exclusively breastfeeding. No formula. We tried to buy formula for his cereals and full cream milk for his cereals, but that was when he was like maybe 18 months. But before then, I used to like pump and do the works, you know, just to make sure that my baby gets a healthy start in life. And then after breastfeeding, obviously at 6 months you must introduce solids. In my case, introducing solids resulted in a fight between my mother and I. I mean, the book says introduce solids at 6 months. My mom is like, you know what, you started eating solids at 2 months, so why are you depriving this baby of food? My grandmother said the same. Okay, we didn't really agree until my baby was like 3 months old and my mom introduced solids by fire by force because she was convinced that the baby is not stopping to cry because they're hungry. When I went to the doctor said, no, your mother is fine, she's correct. I mean, don't really fight her. At 17 weeks you can introduce solids, you know, it's fine to introduce solids at 17 weeks. I was shocked, like, okay, my mom won this battle, but at least my baby gets to eat. So my baby started eating porridge and purees at 17 weeks. Yes, at 17 weeks. I didn't do it according to the book. But I'm glad I had my mother there to hold my hand and to guide me. Another fight was about water. You read the book, they're like, no water, you know, and then your mother's like, girl, who can go for 3 months without water? So that's what happened in my case. And then you go for vaccine visits, you tell the nurse that, you know what, my baby's on solids from 17 weeks. And then the nurse is like, dude, are you trying to kill the baby? So that's the thing about the nurses at this vaccine clinic. They will make you feel so bad. I dread vaccine visits because I always leave that place feeling so bad. It's either my baby is not eating well, or he's underweight or overweight, or you know what, they never say anything good. Like, they never tap you on your back and say, well done, mommy. So yeah, and then on top of that, they poke your baby with the needles. Like, they have to inject your baby. It's not nice. Talking about injections, there was a time when my baby had to go for allergy tests and they actually couldn't find the blood. Oh, he was injected here, then here, and then I think the other side. Guys, being a mother is hard. At that point, I just wanted to take the injections for my baby, but it was not possible because they had to test his blood. And then you go through milestones. Your baby must sit, they must crawl, they must stand, they must walk, they must talk. My baby did the sitting very early. He shocked all of us. Then the rest, he was like a month or two behind everyone else his age. And I kept getting the pressure from parents and family, like, Tumi, why are you not training the baby to crawl? Why are you not training the baby to stand? And that time you're trying your best as a mom, but you're not really doing, you're not really getting the results that you're expecting. But I learned in the process that, you know what, there's nothing wrong with my child. He just takes his time when coming to doing those things, and he eventually walks. He eventually stands, he eventually crawls, and he enjoys it. So why should I put pressure on him? Which is something that I learned even for my future babies, that, you know what, I won't pressurize them. Yes, I will teach them how to sit, I will teach them how to walk, but no pressure. Let the baby use his own pace, his own time, and do things at his own time and pace in life. And then your body also just comes, it's a different body than you used to have before you had a baby. Your boobs are big, oh my gosh. And then you are having mkaba. For me guys, I didn't really have mkaba problems, and then now you have mkaba and you have to go through a lot. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I didn't eat healthy, I didn't exercise, my body just eventually got back into shape. But for the mkaba, I used to have my mom had a long rope of scarves that she had made for me, and she tied it around my tummy in the first week of giving birth. That helped a lot. My mukaba disappeared around that time. The only mukaba that was left was just a bit of it, but didn't really matter. I could still wear tight clothes. I mean, I could still wear tight dresses and stuff. So yeah, that's what happens after giving birth. Your body shocks you. Your boobs are so big. I remember going back to work and everybody was like, oh, welcome back. Oh, your boobs. You know, it was like, oh my gosh, guys, stop it, stop it, stop it. So that's what happens. And then obviously there's a new member in the house, a baby. He brings so much joy to the family. The family is excited. Oh, we've got a new member. Everybody loves the baby. And then your marriage downhill, especially your sex life, because now there's a baby. It's not the same. You're not as spontaneous. You can't be as spontaneous as things used to be. Like, no, you can't. So we had to get very intentional about our marriage. We had to get very intentional about our marriage when coming to that. You know, hopefully I make videos about that soon. But yeah, we had to get very intentional, because your child is a gift from God, but it must not come in to destroy, you know, the bond and the relationship that you have with your husband. So yes. And then lastly, when you've got a new baby in your first year of pregnancy, of motherhood, they come in all these advices from your family, your colleagues, your friends, internet, YouTube, and they tell you things like you must have it all together, perfect and whatever. Especially Instagram and YouTube, they cut and they paste a lot of things. They edit their videos just like I'm gonna edit this video. They edit their videos and stuff, and you just feel like, oh no, I'm such a bad mom. But there's something called mom tuition. I actually wrote about it on my Instagram recently. When you personally just know what is right and what is wrong for your baby, and you know it better than everyone else, and everyone else in your life, no matter whether they've got PhD in child care, you know they must come to respect the fact that you and your child have a special bond, and God talks to you through that intuition to take care of that baby. Thank God for my mother-in-law. She's the one who gave me that advice. So guys, thank you so much for watching till this far. Basically, that's my first year of motherhood in a nutshell. I just want to remind you that, you know what, it's not as glamorous as it looks on YouTube and Instagram, but it's beautiful. It's the best thing that you can ever go through. I wish that every woman with a desire to have a child can get to experience that. Bye bye. Mwah. Thank you for watching. Remember to subscribe.